in when you get up here. So, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. My name's TC, and my talk is about Gaia, or the Gaia hypothesis. Okay, it's quite interesting actually. The subject of the session today is challenge your boundaries, and this talk was actually instigated by a challenge to my boundaries. I was at a course this weekend, and as part of the exercises, I was challenged to do something new. I was saying I was doing a talk on Wednesday, and they said, well, do a talk about something you don't normally talk about. So I randomly picked Gaia from, I don't know where, it just kind of seemed to appear. So here we go, the Gaia hypothesis. Okay, so what is Gaia? The Gaia hypothesis. It was proposed by a fantastic scientist and inventor called James Lovelock. And the theory goes as follows. The theory that the Earth is one self-regulating system and tends towards a healthy, homeostatic state as if it were a living thing. Okay, so it tries to maintain its temperature, its atmospheric content, the ocean's salinity, and lots of other things. It's just complex beyond belief. But it tries to maintain a stability. And this is very evident because throughout the life of Earth, or Gaia, as we like to call it, the sun has apparently increased its temperature or energy output by 30%. That's quite an increase, so it's got a lot hotter. But yet, in general, the Earth has maintained a pretty consistent temperature, one that allows life to sustain and carry on. How fantastic is that? I mean, that's just amazing, isn't it? Also, if we look at various aspects of the system, you know, we can see that there's things going on there that we wouldn't think were happening. Two totally separate systems, the sea and the sky, the clouds in the sky. Apparently they've done studies on the oceans, and algae forming in the oceans produce sulfur, which ends up in the atmosphere, which then causes clouds to precipitate, which then creates a regulating system. That's an aspect of the Gaia system. So in essence, Gaia is there to maintain the conditions for life and that are suitable for its survival. And it will do everything it can to maintain that. Okay? And that kind of brings me on to the point of this talk. So, if you mess around with Gaia, she's going to change the system. And whatever's messing around with the system is going to get messed up. Okay? So Gaia is the mama, okay? She's our mother, and she's going to look after her babies. She creates, she protects, and she destroys. So, let's be nice to Gaia. And just to kind of bring the point home, I thought I'd look at I looked at the story of where the Gaia name comes from, and it's actually from Greek mythology, and Gaia actually means earth, and basically Gaia is a personification of earth. She's the great mother of all, and I think James Lovelock was brilliant choosing this name. So Gaia, the goddess, was the creator of everything. Earth, universe, including some of the primordial gods, including Pontus, which is the god of sea, and Uranus, which is the god of sky. I've just got a note here because that's just a funny name, isn't it? Uranus. Apparently there was a lot of debate how to change that, and it's still debated now in the science community. Uranus. And apparently there was also one called Georgium Sidus. And there's a really funny video on YouTube about that, so I'm going to recommend looking up the name of Uranus and how funny it is. And basically Uranus is the god of sky, okay? It's the god of sky. And what happened was Gaia decided to perform coitus with Uranus, okay, and produce a load more gods. And she could actually produce loads of things, okay? Loads and loads of things. And so she created all these gods, and obviously Uranus is one of the kind of major gods, but Uranus was a little bit of a fool, you know. He started messing around and shenanigans and what have you, and Gaia got a little bit peeved off. So she got her son, Cronus, handed him a magical sickle, and sent him off to perform a testicle removal session on Uranus. Apparently this is the Greek mythology. So the point of this story is that you don't mess with Gaia, okay? Right? You do not mess with Gaia. So maybe the theory and the mythology coming together can teach us something, okay? Don't mess with our mum. Otherwise, she'll mess with you.